Well, you already briefly talked about it, but the tokenomics of Atom, you mentioned the inflation rate, which I think many people don't know, but Atom's inflation is actually a dynamic model that is basically pegged to the amount, to the ratio of atoms being staked to secure the chain, right? And I think this was designed when, in 2018, 2017, something like that, which is like way before proof of stake chains were even a thing, right? And this is, I think, so ahead of the time because, I mean, of course, if you peg it to the security of the chain, you kind of like incentivize or reward also people to add security to the network. So I think that's really cool. But it shocks people often when they see, oh my God, it can be up to 20%. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that needs to be changed? Do you think there's any like requirement to rethink the whole model or to entirely change it? And then also, I'll open it up. You guys can talk. Federico, I saw you tweeted a few weeks ago about Atom potentially having a redomination where you just 10x the amount of atoms and then you have a lower price, and then it would appear for more people to be like, oh, hey, there's more atoms simply because the price is lower, right? I think Polkadot did this at the very beginning, right?
This is an idea we thought about during our offsite in Miami with the rest of the team. So like, what would happen if you increase the supply 100 times and then make the atom like less than one? Yeah, you could buy one atom for less than $1. It's just like for a retail investor, it's like an optics thing.
Yeah.
And that's why like a lot of people like invest in low value coins, like per coin.
That makes our brand a low value brand if we start devaluing the price. The sort of opposite of that is YFI, where the individual token price, or ION, for that matter.
Oh yeah.
Where the individual token price is extremely high, and that's sort of like a positive brand signal. Berkshire Hathaway is a company in the sort of traditional markets that does this. This idea of sort of devaluing the individual unit price is something that gets used quite a bit in the traditional markets. I personally find it associated with lower value brands. I think the Cosmos Hub is a very high value brand. And to get to Cryptocito's question about the sort of inflation, and is it right? What the Cosmos Hub inflation model is designed to incentivize staking. So people say, oh, the inflation is going to go up to 20%. It's never really going to get there because we're not going to see the stake rate go down. And in fact, even during this latest price run up, we've seen stake rate go up because the Cosmos Hub community and even the new people buying in are long-term focused. Our entire messaging around Atom for the entire time we've had it, all the way from the fundraiser, all the way through deploying the chain, and then even to now, it is a long-term focused bet. You don't get to be the interchain services provider in a brand new Internet of Blockchains unless you ship the basic substrate and the Internet of Blockchains piece of it, and then get the Internet of Blockchains actually adopted, and then win at this interchain services thing. Like, that's real hard. We've de-risked that so significantly, which is, I think, why we're seeing the price go up and a lot of institutions start piling into Atom, is because, we've done the first 4 steps of that. And now we're at the place where this broadly distributed organization that's incredibly talented is all contributing to make this interchain services thing happen. And we are likely to win in that market. So, I think that if we zoom back out and think, like, is that inflation worth it? The inflation pays for the security of the network and ensures that it's long-term sustainable. So I think in that way, yeah, it is absolutely worth it. And monkeying with the Greg, you haven't muted your YouTube. I know you want to get in on the comments there. Monkeying with the core economic model in that way right now, I think would be a signal that we don't have confidence in that model long-term. I think some of the other tokenomic improvements, like the stuff that Zaki was talking about on the show last week with fluid staking and a bunch of these other things like that, that's a much more fruitful way to drive value to Atom holders. And then also, the DAO stuff that we talked about earlier in this call with sort of utilizing the community pool a lot better. Those are much more direct ways to drive value to Atom's stakeholders without diluting the brand. So anyway,
yeah, I agree. It was
I like the idea.
It was just an initial idea in the sense of like what would happen in terms of octets, but it would be an engineering nightmare because you have to basically apply that change to all the different chains in the ecosystem at the same time. So if you had tokens LP on Osmosis, you'll have to also do that. But yeah.